to the BBC School News Report.
Today we are interviewing teachers on how they can keep their body healthy and how they do keep their body healthy.
And how they keep their mind healthy in school and outside of school.
Hi, Miss Hobbs. How does reading keep your mind healthy?
Well, there's been lots of studies done recently that demonstrates that as we age, it's important that we keep our minds active, just in the same way that you would with a muscle. And so reading helps keep our minds active, it helps with memory function, it helps us maintain good imagination, and so ultimately it really helps us with problem solving. So reading regularly is really important to all age groups of people. There is never an age when you can, or when you should, stop reading.
Okay. We know your favourite genre is modern novel. Why?
I think I'm interested in the modern novel because I think that the rise of the modern novel happened at a really exciting time in history, in between the two wars and just before the First World War. And it's interesting to me because it's when we see writers start to write more autobiographically or position their own interests inside their writing, so you get to know a little bit more about the secrets of the writer.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello, Mr. Ferreira. How important is a healthy diet for PE?
It's very important, it's vital. It gives people good energy and their preparation to play sport.
Okay. Do you think a non-healthy diet does restrict you from PE, and how does it?
It obviously affects people's energy levels, and obviously if they don't eat properly beforehand, they might not have the required energy and the ability to actually do some of the activities that's required within our lessons.
Do you teach about the body, how the body works, and if you do, how does it help us in PE, like learning how the body works?
We do a lot about the body in terms of lots of health-related fitness. So I've just taught my Year 7s and we just did health-related fitness and we looked at pulse rates. But we look at the body in more detail when we get to Key Stage 4 if they choose BTEC as well.
Obviously, we try to keep healthy, but how do you keep healthy?
I try and obviously drink plenty of water, eat breakfast in the morning because that's really important. It's one of the main important meals of the day, that it starts your metabolism, etc. And I also do train outside of school and go to the gym a few times myself.
Thank you, Mr. Brown.
Absolutely. What would you advise to students who feel quite stressed?
Well, I think if you're talking about a religious context, that won't apply to all our students because some students are secular, in other words, they're non-religious.
Yeah.
However, just about everybody experiences stress at some point.
Yeah.
So if we're talking about stress, some of the most common things to do is just recognizing who you are, estudiante nocius. So what I mean by that is you should have a knowledge of yourself. You're probably the best judge about understanding when you're getting stressed and when you're not. For example, if you're beginning to get stressed, a couple of things you can do that are just simply practical are making sure that you get enough sleep. That means going to bed at a reasonable time. That is different. For some people that may be 11, some people that may be 7. It's according to what you need, okay? Not just a time. The other point is that making sure you get enough sleep that's restful. So not playing on your video games or bits and pieces while you're laying in bed. Give yourself about a half hour to kind of de-stimulate a bit. Eating and drinking properly. Obviously having lots of water is great. They recommend about, 2 liters? I think it's about 6 glasses. 2 liters a day. But also eating the right kind of foods. I mean, you're a biological machine. If I stuck peanut butter and maple syrup in my car, it wouldn't work and everybody would think I was a fool for doing so. Our bodies are no different and we have different needs. My son knows that he can't actually have blue Powerade and he needs to avoid sugar and caffeine because he's a hyperactive lad. My daughter, on the other hand, she on the hand can have those things because it doesn't affect her in the same way. She has to avoid different things. So it's about just being honest with yourself about what you really need. I know, for example, I can't skip breakfast. I skip breakfast, I'm useless. Whereas if I have breakfast, I'm fine. Whereas I might be able to skip lunch, that wouldn't bother me as much.
What can students do to be healthy?
Students to be healthy, you can do is you can go out and you can do some physical training. Yeah, so you can just go for something like a walk, stay away from the PlayStation, stay away from the Xbox. Go out in the evening, you can go on a ride, a bike ride, you go for a little run, not too much but enough. to keep yourself healthy. You can eat properly, stay away from the Mackie D's and the Burger Kings, and eat something a bit more healthy. They're all well and good in short bits, if you like, but to keep yourself healthy, stay fit, stay active, and eat a healthy diet.
What different types of health do students need to look after and why?
Different types of health. Well, obviously there is the mental health, so you need to look at use of things like iPads, phones, social media, because that all has an impact on people's mental health, but also your physical health and your physical well-being. You need to, and that's what we've been saying about eating correctly and doing a bit of fitness as well.
What things are available at Herne Bay High School for students to keep healthy?
So to keep healthy, well, the things we've just talked about, so physically healthy, you can take part in extracurricular PE activities, that are always going on. There's lots of after school clubs and lunchtime clubs, so you can do that. And you can also look at the menu to make sure that you're eating a balanced diet. The menu's published well in advance. You can actually plan your diet and look at what's going to be on the menu in the school canteen. The social media side of it is, again, there's, I believe, in PSHE, is spoken about, and various lessons about social media, which will help you look after your mental health as well.
Thank you, sir.
No problem at all.
Thank you for watching our BBC School News Report.